Hi BookTube, my name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter and welcome to day 14 of Vlogmas. Happy Tuesday everybody. It is of course the 14th of December. I am dressed and ready to go. I'm heading into the office this morning. As per my agreement, I get to leave on my lunch break at 3 and come home and work from home for the rest of the afternoon. So that's fantastic. But anyway, I just wanted to open up this vlog by opening up today's tea. Truth be told, guys, I still haven't drank yesterday's. I'm a little bit worried, not worried, but I'm like wondering, am I going to like it or not? So what might end up happening is the ones I'm not as sure about are ones that maybe I will save for the weekend and try them then. I don't know, but let's open today's and see what we got. So there's yesterday's that I haven't drank yet. I feel like such a failure at this advent calendar because I haven't necessarily been drinking the teas on the day of. But here is number 14, so let's go ahead and open it. And I did hear from one of you that you got this one as well and you didn't find it particularly festive. And I'm disappointed. I think next year I'm just going to go with my gut and get David's because I like a festive tea. Now this sounds delicious. Peach oolong. Ooh. Oh, I do love peach. Peach is delicious. Premium oolong tea with the sweet aroma and flavor of summer peaches. See, again, like that's like a summer tea, right? I want festive teas, you guys. I think that's part of my disappointment and why I'm not jumping on to get these drank, because they're just not what I was kind of hoping for. I'm really hoping that Christmas Eve at least will be a really good one. So anyway, guys, that's it. I will check in with you guys later with a reading update. Hi guys, it is the afternoon. I just got home from working at the office this morning and I have a few minutes before I have to log on for the rest of my shift, the rest of the afternoon. And I thought I would sit down here and show you guys my knitting, my blanket. I woven some ends last night. I'm very happy with myself. And I thought I'd also pick my yarn. So a little update on work-related stuff, actually. So we were supposed to have a Christmas party on Friday at like a location like this country club. I think it was a golf country club or something like that. I've never been there, but I guess it's where they go every year, and a lot of people said it's really, really great. So it was on Friday. It was supposed to be on Friday. We got the news today that it's been canceled due to COVID because there are rapidly rising cases in the province. And the city of Toronto as well, along with the variant is, I think it's tripling. The amount of cases are tripling or doubling every third day. They're either tripling every second day or doubling every third day. I don't remember what I heard on the news. But I did hear something about the fact that they are going to be encouraging employers in the private and public sectors to let their employees work from home if they can. So I don't know what's going to happen. I am really happy for the fact that I get to come home in the afternoons. I know it doesn't make much of a difference, but especially with this variant, it makes me a little bit nervous. So that's kind of an update. I'm a little bummed about work because I started at this job during COVID. So there are offices outside of ours. Like I work at head office, but there's other offices that I've never met anybody there. And it's a little sad to me that I am not going to get to do that this year. You know what I mean? So hope for better things next year. I know that they said that they were planning something for the summer, which will be fun. I don't know if a summer event is something they normally do. Again, COVID, everybody, when you started, if you're like me and you started working for a company during COVID, kind of all bets are off. The norm is not the norm. And then a girl was even asking me today, she's like, so what about this? And I'm like, I don't know, because I started this time, I started in September last year. I have no idea what the normal is. So please don't ask me because I don't know. So anyway, that's kind of that. Let's get into the sock yarn blanket because I've decided now it's going to be a blanket. So like I said, I woven some ends yesterday, so I'm very happy with that. We only have a few. Excuse me. I tend to leave the ones on the outsides still there until I get the next ones put on. So that one is from yesterday. And look at the stripes, you guys. Isn't that awesome? Like, how cool would that be as a pair of socks? I wish I knew what this yarn was. Any fellow knitters out there who have seen yarn similar to this that would give like a candy cane stripe to it, please reach out and let me know. I will have to purchase it because I need some candy cane socks. So I am now at 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Obviously today is the 14th day, duh. So yeah, so these ones, the ones that we add always look a little wonky until I attach them to the one previous. And then once I weave in the end, you can see how nice and tight it kind of like brings everything together. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can see how loose that still is, that join, but once it's kind of hard to, I can see it a lot clearer, but yeah, I'm really, really happy with the way that this is turning out. So let's pick a yarn to do today. So I wove in those ends last night while Garrett and I were watching Frasier. We're only on season 1, but I haven't revisited that show in years, so it was super fun to watch that. So today's we have another Christmas yarn. It just so happens to be. I do have a pair of socks in this. I wore them the other day, actually. This yarn, this colorway, is called Gingerbread with Icing. So you get these, it kind of, sort of striped. It'll probably stripe a little bit better when I put it in the blanket. So you get like brown, right? Just plain basic brown, as you can see in the bowl, right? Brown. But then you get like these white, the white sections. And the white sections, if you guys can tell, have little dots on them, like sprinkles, right? So it's gingerbread with icing. And they're really cute socks. I like them a lot. So yay to add this into the blanket. So yeah, so that's it. Quick reading update. I got in the car to go to work this morning and I was going to load up my audiobook and decided I wasn't in the mood for audio and I wanted to listen to podcasts. So I don't know if I'm going to be reading any other audiobooks this month. If I do, I do. If I don't, so be it. You know, really commuting to work, outside of what may or may not happen over the next week or so, next Friday is Christmas Eve. So I am going into the office the rest of this week. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then next week for sure I'm going in Monday, Tuesday. As far as I know right now, that could change day to day. And then I was going to be working from home Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then I'm off for 10 days. So really, I only have 5 more days that I'm driving into the office that I am aware of at this point in time. So I don't know, you know, what's going to happen with that. And I just listened to a couple podcasts. What did I listen to this morning? I listened to Sawbones. Sawbones is one of my favorites. It's their newest episode where they answer weird medical questions and they had me laughing in the car on the way home. And I can't remember the other one that I listened to, but it was about the myth or the story of the Great Flood and how, you know, a lot of cultures have this kind of myth or fable or legend or whatever you want to call it about the Great Flood. I mean, most of us are familiar with the Christian version of Noah and the Ark, but a lot of cultures have something very similar. And it was an episode about that. I can't remember the podcast now. It's going to bug me. I know in editing I'm not going to put it there, but if I remember, I will mention it. I'll make a note to mention it in my next clip. But anyway, I think it's stuff that it's stuff you should know. That's what it is. Or is it? No, yeah, it's stuff you should know is the podcast. So yeah, I enjoy listening to that one. Sawbones I love. Stuff you missed in history class I love. Sorry, I'm playing with the yarn here. What else do I listen to? I love lore. It's creepy, but I love lore. And of course, you know, for book related, I listen to Heaving Bosoms. I listen to Smart Women Trashy Books, Sarah Wendell's podcast. It's been around for a gazillion years. It feels that way anyway. I'm sure it feels that way to her too. And Fated Mates, I really like with Sarah McLean. So yeah, so that's kind of just some of my podcasts. But like I said, that's kind of what I've been in the mood for. So that's what I listened to on the way to and from work, and it was really delightful just to be able to do that. So yeah, I've got some reading to do this afternoon. It's at work, so maybe some of this, maybe a little reading, we don't know. But anyway, we shall see. But yeah, I got to get logged on, so I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi friends, it is later on in the evening, and I thought I would come to you with the final update for today's vlog. So I did finish a book today, so I'm very excited about that. I decided just to concentrate on this one because I was almost done. And the book that I finished today was Dawn and the Surfer Ghost by N.M. Martin. Mystery number 12 in the Babysitters Club series. So that's 2 Babysitters Club books that I finished back to back this week. One was a few days ago, so need to step up the reading on other things, essentially. I think tonight I am going to go ahead and try and finish A Merry Christmas Date as well by Cindy Powell. But anyway, back to this book. So I gave it 3.5 stars. It was cute. I mentioned yesterday how I really liked the fact that it took place in California, but we still got a few glimpses of what was happening back in Connecticut with the rest of the Babysitters Club. And yeah, I really don't have much to say about this one. It's about a surfer who supposedly disappears and is supposedly murdered, which seems very dark for a middle grade a middle grade mystery to be solved by a bunch of babysitters. But that wasn't the case. Spoiler alert. It was pretty obvious once you figure out what, and it was kind of a bit of a like, oh, okay, sure, I guess that's how it's going to end. It was cute. It was fun. I love these. I say that every time. These are just a throwback for me to read, and I enjoy them. I enjoy them at the end of the day. So yeah, so that is really all I have to talk about for reading today. It is all that I really have read so far. Sorry, guys. I'm having a moment here with my tablet. Remove download. And like I said, I want to finish A Merry Christmas Date by Cindy Powell today. And then I want to exclusively pretty much try and read The Christmas Wedding Guest by Susan Mallory. Because like I was saying, today's already Tuesday night. I would like to get that back to the library by Friday night, if at all possible, because it's only a 7-day. Now, we're not being charged late fees or anything like that, but still, just out of courtesy to make sure if at worst case scenario, get it back for Saturday. You know what I mean? So yeah, because I was looking, I thought, oh, maybe I'll just take it back and I'll grab it from the library on like as an ebook. And it's like a 12-week wait for it. I'm like, well, I'm already like a quarter of the way through it. I don't want to, put it aside and pick it up later. So I am going to finish it. But I picked the book for today's book pick. As I mentioned in these videos, I am doing a challenge to myself in 2022. I actually have a couple challenges that I'm trying in 2022. So look out for the tail end of this month, for the last week of this month. I'm going to be talking about that in a video, what I'm doing for my goals and challenges for 2022. Anyway, to read some of the books off of my category shelf. So I'm having you guys picked me a bunch of numbers already earlier in Vlogmas. Now I'm just using those numbers to pick books. So let's go to the clip for today. Okay, friends, it's time to pick some numbers. I guess when I start these little clips, I will show you guys a different ornament. This is my oh so awesome owl. I love him. I think he's so cute. I love, love, love owls. I just love them. And I'll show you two, because we haven't been doing this since the beginning, but here's another one. This one's Caddyshack. Now, to be fair, I have never seen the movie Caddyshack. However, this was my dad's, which is why I have it here. He loved this movie. He loved golf as well, but he loved Caddyshack. So that is why I have that one on my tree. But today's numbers are being brought to us by Crystal, and she picked 2, 3, I can't read, 2, 3, and 45. So let's go grab a book. So shelf 1, shelf 2, or bookshelf 1, 2, 3, and number 45. So these ones here clearly do not belong with the category stuff, and these are piled here for a different reason. So I am actually going to move those out of the way. These are, ones I was putting together for something else. So let's go ahead and start counting. 42, 43, 44, 45. Bound by a Baby Bump by Ellie Darkins. Nice. So let's go ahead and talk about this one. So yes, a Harlequin romance. Oh, love these. And I'm almost certain, now that I'm sitting down here though, this part of me is like, have I read this one? I don't recall. I don't think so. I think I'm just familiar with the cover for some reason. It's Bound by the Baby Bump by Ellie Darkins. So give me just 1 second and let me look it up just to triple check that I have not actually, in fact, read it. And no, I have not. Okay, good. So, like I said, it's a Harlequin romance. This is number 4474. So if you guys remember yesterday, we had book 2000 and something. So that one was published in 77. This one was published in May of 2015. So this is the same series. This is the same line that has gone since 77. So the back of this book says, P.A. Rachel Archer has every little bit of her life planned down to the letter. It's the only way she can feel safe until gorgeous artist Leo Fairfax tempts her to live on the wild side just for one night. Now, the one thing about these, side note before I continue, is that the majority of them are fade to black behind closed doors. They're a bit sweeter than what you would normally see. I don't think that there's any sex on page on these. They're starting to do that now. So if some of you are reading the more recent ones, you're like, Sarah, no, hold on. Yep. But back then, like back a couple of years ago, I believe that they were considered to be more of a sweet romance, if you will. So yeah, just to keep that in mind. Let's continue, shall we? That night changes both their lives forever when they discover Rachel's pregnant. Now bound by their beloved baby bump, lone wolf Leo must convince Rachel that not only is he here to stay, but he's dedicated to winning her heart. So it sounds very cute. It looks like it's a thicker book, but guys, it's large print. I do love a good large print book. So that makes me super happy. So yay, I am looking forward to that very much. So last but not least, excuse me, I have to reach. So last but not least, I thought I'd show you guys the crafty stuff. So I did get this put into the blanket. I'm going to weave in a couple of ends covered in yarn. I'm going to weave in a couple of ends, but there is gingerbread with icing. Iced gingerbread. I can't remember the exact colorway name, but it's pretty, right? I like it. I think it's cute. So yeah, so there is the blanket thus far. And I was thinking about this today on what I wanted to do with the blanket next year, because what typically has happened to me in years past is that I will do I will do like the month of December and put a square in the blanket every day in December. And then it kind of gets tossed to the side. And then the next December, I'm like, oh, I should add squares to that. But what I think I'm going to do is challenge myself to add a square to the blanket for every book I read in 2022. That might be kind of fun. So that's what I'm going to try and do here. Oh, and another side note, for those of you who might follow my FlossTube channel, I made an executive decision over the last week or so. I got thinking about it because I have loved showing you guys my crafting here. And I am the bookish knitter, crafting is kind of my thing with this. And I know YouTube wants you to stay in your lane. And if you're here to talk about books, you're here to talk about books. That's all you're here to talk about. But I know so many of you are loving seeing the crafting content. So I'm going to continue to do it when I do my weekly vlogs. I mean, they will be much shorter than these. They're not going to be 2-hour-long vlogs every week. But I thought maybe at the end I'd show you guys a crafting update or something like that. So I do think, just because life has gotten busy and it's going to get busy, that maybe having the two channels might be a little bit much. But I thought I'd give it a try. Hey, life is nothing if you don't give it a try, right? So that's why I'm looking at it. I'm going to continue showing you guys the crafty stuff here. So if you do enjoy seeing that, you can definitely find it here. Once the channel returns to normal after December, because this is kind of a special month with Vlogmas. So yeah, so got that in there. So tonight my plan is to stitch on my sloth. My Merry Slothmas. You guys cannot see anything, but I'm going to show you today, and then I'm going to show you tomorrow, and I'm going to show you all week, because I'd like to have him done by the end of the week, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. So that's a Christmas ornament. That's his little branch. That's his leaves. But this is a leg, and then his little body. So for those of you who have not seen the pattern, bear with me. Let me show you guys the pattern. This is from a designer called Tiny Modernist, and she is amazing. I love her patterns so much. They are so cute. I'm stitching also by her a Halloween Advent that I started back in October that I need to pick up and do some more work on, but that's besides the point. So this pattern that I'm doing, the Merry Slothmas, is part of a 3-pack of patterns. So you got 6 patterns, 6 or 7 patterns in this little set. And it's called Santa and Friends. And I will make a note, leave link. I'll leave a link to it below for those of you who might also be cross stitchers. So this is the one that I am doing. He is stinking adorable. Sorry for the glare, but isn't he cute? So I'm going to actually turn him into a Christmas ornament. So you get that pattern. You also get Have a Jolly Christmas with Santa Claus. And my personal other favorite, the llamas. One must always have llamas. I think I'm going to stitch them on blue fabric so you can really see them a bit more, so they'll pop a bit more. So then you also get these 3 little ornaments, like these 3 little ones. So you get the sloth, the llama, and Santa. Aren't they delightful? These would make awesome Christmas presents, wouldn't they? Something small to put into somebody's, like, card that maybe I send next year. Hint, hint to some of my friends. Yeah. Those are super adorable. Anyway, so that's the crafting. So like I said, I am working on Mr. Sloth, Merry Slothmas. And like I said, I hope to get him done this week, but we shall see. So yeah. Anyway, that is that. This is probably a longer, they're all probably right around 20 minutes, guys. I'm sorry, but I can't keep these things short. I just have so much fun talking to you guys every day. And I was like, I'm not going to do Vlogmas because like I literally have nothing to talk about. My days are boring. I mean, it's the same thing every day, but I can show you guys at least, you know, what I'm doing. Anyway, guys, gotta go. Almost dinner time. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, and I did it again. For some reason, I'm not thinking about ending the vlog. You know, like I'm not thinking about ending this video. So, until next time, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.